Okay, so we're gonna hop back in with part 2 here. Appreciate you guys staying on. I feel like I have so much information I just want to give you guys. So take notes, and I'm gonna leave it open for a question answer when we get done. But let's go back to that invite process, right? So it's that starting with our 5-day challenger, that comfortability of like, I'm doing this, here's my coach, to, okay, I'm thinking of doing this, would you want to join? To then you start doing those 5 days, and when you find a successful challenger, somebody that you think this might work for, or even somebody that hasn't done a challenge, but it's somebody that you're connecting with on Facebook, or they're liking your stuff, or you love their energy, you think they'd be amazing, you'd love for them to join your tribe. These are the 5 steps, right? Setting up that follow-up is super, super important. That way you can follow up and you don't have to feel icky about it. And then I encourage you to find your own 3 videos that speak to you. I definitely would use the Intro to Team Beachbody as one of them, which you can find in your back office under Sales and Marketing Business Tools. Just so you know, all of these resources are here in your back office under videos. Go to Video Library, and this is where you can find all the fitness videos too. So if you want to send somebody a video for what 21 Day Fix promotion, like what their video looks like, you can send it from here with your personal, it'll come with your personal coach link too, which will also be a safety just in case they end up like going to create an account under there. So here's all the different video categories that they have. You go to Team Beachbody, General. I don't know if it's up. Oh, here we go. So this is the Intro to Team Beachbody one that I use. And so really simple. You just go to share.
It's just a single scoop, but.
And then you just go to copy link. And that's what you can send somebody, okay? So that's the one that I use. That's my first go-to.
She said it might be a few minutes.
And then for a while there, I was using Christine Dwyer's. She created like a 2 or 3 minute one. So instead of a 7-minute one, it was a 2 or 3 minute one. It was kind of like her own personal video, which actually just makes me think like I need to have one of those. Like we should all have one of those. So that's kind of silly. So I would encourage you to go to YouTube and search some of your favorite upline top successful coaches and find their 2 to 3 minute video of why they became a coach, or what it's been for them, because I think it'd be great to have that connection to you as an option. And then I was trying to connect with college students for a while, so I had shared like a 5-minute one that a college student was sharing of how they were having success and being a college student at the same time. So I encourage you to find one that maybe is like your market. If you have something that's unique like that. For example, I was getting a lot of, hey, Tim, I got you. Like I had some guys that wanted to be coaches. So if you have guys that are coming to your tribe, you might want to have a successful male coach and their welcome video. I was using Jimmy Nelson's, I think, Jimmy Hayes Nelson, his for a while. And then, you can send the video, and you send it with these 5 questions so they're thinking while they're watching the video. What did you like about what you saw? What interests you most? They're all sort of positive, questions. And then you can always, once they're like, if they're really interested and say, we don't have a What is Coaching webinar coming up soon, you could send them to an old What is Coaching webinar. So this document for me is old. I probably have a more updated one on my personal computer, but just know you can save that from like our What is Coaching event that we do this Thursday, right? I'll save that call, and you could send them that 30-minute question and answer, me sharing what coaching is, until you have one of your own. You can see I used Megan's for a while. And then there's some sort of objections to it, sneak peek, you can invite them. So there's just a resource on inviting. I just kind of want to walk you through some of these things. Inviting CP, this is the exact, we've been through this document of when you're talking about conversations to a challenge pack. This is simple, copy, paste, download it, and change it and update it for yourself. It gives you exactly like what the coach should say, what they might say, and then the whole conversation. I love that. I mean, I literally, you guys, that's probably open down here. I'll prove it to you. I'm sure it's in here. Yeah, it lives down here. So Invite CP lives open in my computer at all times. And you see something's highlighted because I copy and paste it. I just copied and pasted something earlier today. It's constantly open. What else is in here? Here, steps to running a successful challenge group. Read this. It's like I was going through this just for our call today, you guys. I'm going to go through and reread everything. It's so important. I need to learn things. I need to read things 7 times. I need to be taught it 7 times. People need to be invited 7 times to get it. There's so much great information in here. Step by step, the invitation, how to post on social media. So just know that these resources now are here, and utilize them. How to run your group. What else do I want to connect you guys with? Success Club. Let's go follow through here, because obviously one of the things that we want as a non-negotiable for coaching is hitting Success Club 5. I love that it's, the point is to just, it just tells us how to be successful. That's literally, it's just a tracking system that tells us how to be successful in this business. I really struggled in the beginning when I was like, I have to hit Success Club 5. I have to get these points. And because it did become salesy for me. It helped me much more when I concentrated on connecting with people on a daily basis, that it would then lead into inviting, whether it was that day, that week, that month, 3 months, or a year later down the road. The more people you connect with, the better. I love when we think about it as changing lives, because that's truly what it is. Okay. We just have to remember that when we're trying to hit our personal goals. So number 1 is chat with more people. Facts tell, but stories sell. We know that when we tell personal stories, that's what works. And until you have your own, use somebody else's. Use somebody else's success story. That's absolutely okay. Be real. Here's the incentive. We were talking about this a little bit earlier, $25 gift card. Maybe it's a clean eating guide, and I'll share with you guys that. Megan shared with us, the entire team, a 100-page guide. I believe some of you guys have used that. You can either say, sometimes I use this as an incentive. Like as soon as you get your challenge pack, I'll send you 10 days of recipes into your inbox right away. That way it gives them that extra push to actually complete it and get it done, because they're like, oh, I'll get something right away, even though I'm going to be waiting for my Shakeology. If you sign up today, I'll give you a 100-page meal planner with recipes, and which that I'll use as an incentive. I don't typically just give that to people. I'll use that as an incentive for people. So I can share that with you too if you don't have that yet. That's a great one. Resistant bands or anything, if you happen to get any things at the Beachbody sale that they do twice a year, I always get a bunch of stuff to load up there. Whether it's like a $5 DVD you can send them, or maybe it's samples of Shakeology, depending on what they're signing up for. Maybe it's a personal development book. This is Shalene's push book, which is great for setting goals for a new challenger. Like, I'm thinking I want to give the compound effect to every new challenger. So maybe that's something we can give them. And when you share it with a Kindle, or which I don't know, we have to figure out how to do that these days, because apparently Amazon doesn't do that anymore. But perhaps you can share an audio in another way. It is less expensive too than sharing like a book. So you can figure out ways, or workout socks or shoes or just whatever, to kind of give that incentive, like a 1-day, 24-hour incentive if you're trying to hit Success Club goals. So I encourage you guys, it is the end of the month right now. If you have not hit your Success Club goals, you guys, there are 13, 14, 15, 15 different ways on how to hit Success Club, different things. So read this document, refresh yourself. It's a great document that I totally forgot about. That's here for all of us. What else? The invitation guide. So these are all Beachbody. All these PDFs that are in here, these are all Beachbody's guidelines. So if you haven't gone through these, definitely it's important reading material. You guys, it's like your college book. You need to be reading the book that you're taking the class for. how to overcome objections, getting started right, complete customer to coach guide. So this is going to guide you through on how to take a customer to sign up as a coach, like how to, connect with them, build that relationship. Let's see what else. What else is really important? Beachbody Challenge Complete Guide. This is a great one because we want to know how to stay active. I'm going to share this on our team page. So here's 4 different ways that you can stay active if you need a month off of Shakeology because you got 6 bags at home all of a sudden, because I don't know why. You should be drinking it every day. But even when I drink it every day, somehow I have more at home. It always happens. So here's I'll share this in our team page of how to stay active because I want to do a video. A lot of people don't know different ways. And I think it's really important if we're an elite challenger or an elite coach and we're an elite team, we need to be active all the time, right? And so here's some great opportunities to try other products as well. 5 steps to free challenge success, and the 3 vital behaviors. So this is all in Coach Basics. So just great resources, you guys, to be reading and familiarizing yourself with. And then, building out, this will all be in there too. So you have access. Like I said, I want to leave it open for questions. Oh, this is a great one. I know Taylor had some questions too about how to connect with people, follow up, and scripts. Raina Odell, I love her as a coach. Follow her. She's amazing. I think she's a Colorado girl, so she fits right in with our tribe for sure. These are incredible copy-paste systems that she has for every situation. Download it and make it your own, but it's everything that you would need. If you're on Instagram, it's Instagram to Facebook. Conversation flow. It's so simple too. And so, the first thing that we need to do is just ask them questions, right? What are their goals? It's always the first thing. We want them to do more of the talking, and we want to know what their problem is so we can help find a solution. And I think the easiest way and clearly successful for her is asking one question at a time and continuing the conversation going through, as opposed to like, blah, here's everything I can give you as a coach and as a challenge pack. If you get a challenge pack, here's everything you get, but like if we're not in such a hurry, if it's not the last day of the month and we're not in that hurry because we're doing these every day, these conversations, these connections, we can just ask one question at a time. And even when we're connecting with people and not talking about the business, we always want to end with a question to keep that conversation flowing. Awesome. I'm excited to see how I can help you. What workout are you doing right now? Boom. Great. Are you opposed to doing a workout from home? Great. What's your nutrition? Any struggles right now? Question. Awesome. Do you think that you'd be willing to follow a meal plan if it was provided? Of course they're going to say yes, I'm excited to get you, to get you set up. Here's how it works. And then you send more information, right? And sometimes I don't even send the price there yet. I include what's all included and what I can give you. And then I say, do you have any questions? And then a lot of times they'll ask about the price, but after they already know everything that's included. And then you share with them how they can sign up for the discount right away. Because if we want people to reach success, I do. I try to get most people to sign up for the discount, because why wouldn't they want to save money? And that helps them keep committed for a longer time. And now with Beachbody On Demand, they are committed for a longer time anyway. So I really do encourage them to get set up with a Shakeology discount right away, unless they're totally resistant and they're not sure yet if it's for them or they haven't tried it yet, Then I might wait until month 2 and say, hey, do you want to continue? Maybe they're not ready yet, but and then here's some follow-ups. So this is a lot that we have been talking about, but I know I have not been using, so I'm putting that out there now to make sure that I start following this system, because I have been unsuccessful with follow-ups more so than I feel I've been trained with how successful follow-ups are. So I am saying it out loud right now, so that is something that I work on to change. And I want to really just try and follow these follow-ups, because what I'm doing is I'm making them so personal. I'm spending a lot of time. I'm not hearing back from people. So I know there's a system that works. It's right here for us. It's copy paste. It's from a top 10 coach. So I'm vowing to you today, I'm going to start using this follow-up method. And basically it's just reiterating what they've already said to you. You told me you had goals. Like, are you ready? Like, ending with that question, let's talk. I'll follow up with you, like making sure that you can keep that conversation going. And notice there's 7 of them, because we have said that it takes 7 invites for a lot of people. So 7 follow-ups. And honestly, if it's somebody that already said this is what they want, we shouldn't feel bad following up. And I do. We naturally do, right? Especially if it's crickets, it feels really strange. But I will tell you from personal experience, following up 7 times is what it took, and they were so grateful. Thank you for not giving up on me. I've been hiding from you because I've been ashamed. I've been on the excuse train. I'm ready now. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for believing in me. Truly, after 7 follow-ups. So I've had that experience. So I need to be following this because I'm not tracking. And just download this, you guys, and look at it like coaching conversation and look at the steps, these are things that you might not have yet. Wufoo is like a Google Doc, but if you have a Google Doc and a system set up, that's where, you're going to be able to grow. Mentioning discounts to customers, customer program leads. So these are snippets for if you're getting free leads on Beachbody. So if you're hitting Success Club every month, you're going to be getting free leads from Beachbody. And I love this. So I have something that's very similar. I don't think I've introduced myself. I'm Kris, and I'm your free Beachbody coach that was assigned to you when you bought XYZ. I know you just got started with the membership. I'd love to chat with you about your goals. And then she says, I'm pretty active on Facebook. And then I will tell you, I'll share with you guys my Google Streak. So I use Streak, not totally effectively, but I'm glad I have it for certain reasons. I can show you when you compose an email, you can go down here to this toolbox and you have these snippets that you create. And these are what we're looking at with Raina. These are like her snippets, her copy paste situation. These have been a game changer for me. You'll see here's the challenger prospects. Here's my 1 through 7, just like she had of inviting. Like, what's your fitness goal? What's your nutrition? Great, excited. Here's, oh, look, see the follow-ups are all set up and I've never used them. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? It's a system already here to be used, but I'm still living in Facebook. That's my problem. So the more you can get them into email and have a copy paste system, the easier it's going to be than doing it in Facebook. Learn from my mistakes. That's why I'm your coach. I'm here to tell you what doesn't work. 5-day clean eating are huge for me because we know we're doing 5-day clean eating challenges every month, right? So here is like, for example, the Google form. So look at the whole thing is set up. Excited to have you join the next 7-day challenge. Please fill out this form. Once you receive it, I'll get you into the private Facebook group. There are the guidelines, the welcome video, the file section. I copy paste so I don't have to tell every single individual all this information. And then they fill out the Google form. So this would be for somebody that maybe I already have their email. Maybe they're a challenger and they're in my, maybe they're a free lead from Beachbody and they're interested. So I can just send this to them. Because what I have too is for my, let me see my free before that, free leads. So a first contact from a club trial of somebody I don't know. Hi, congratulations on making a decision to join Team Beachbody. You might not be aware, but when you sign up, you're assigned a coach. That's me. You can enjoy a free month. We'll have to change that. Actually, it's now a free 14-day of on-demand. I encourage you to take advantage of it. If you're interested in improving your overall health, I host free 5-day clean eating groups where I provide XYZ. If you'd like to join my next group, just reply, I'm interested. That has had more success than me not putting like this specific, simple response. So that way I've literally had the strangers just reply, I'm interested, because they feel like they can do that, and then what I've also done is I've included a video. I don't see it on here. Let me see if it comes up in another one. I can share all of these with you guys. So don't worry about that. So I have somebody, if they've ordered Shakeology and I don't know them. So I've reached out to them once. Here's a second time I'm reaching out to them. Response to I'm interested. So somebody says I'm interested. Now I've got the exact response. No, wait, where is it? Sorry. I'm interested. It must be, hold on. Let me delete all this because now So now they respond and I've got an exact email to respond to the I'm interested. Great, the group will be a peek into healthy eating. I'll provide the shopping list on Friday. What are your overall health and fitness goals? And then I also make sure to connect them with Facebook. It's just easier to have these multiple things, and then I'll show you two for 5-day is what I use a lot. So let me delete this too. Let's go to 5-day, because I think it's important to create snippets and email things like this for 5 days that you're doing every month, as well 21 days. So the first one we do with 5 days, because we want to make sure that we're connecting with them. A new challenge. If they're a new challenger, here's their new challenger welcome. I'm excited. So I just did this for the last group. Did you get all of your shopping and prep done? What is your number one goal? And then a reminder to send pictures. Okay. Then let me give you an example. And then I also have one for the returning challenger. And then the next one would be, okay, let's say, I guess Wednesday. So, after they've submitted photos. I don't know. Let me see. Wednesday's message. How's the week going for you so far? What's your biggest success? What are you most proud of? Any struggles? So we're just connecting with them outside of just the 5-day group. You want to connect with them, I would say a great number would be 3 times. So once might be like Sunday night, like did they get all their prep done? Are they committed? Are they still joining you? Did they send their photos? It's a reminder. Then Wednesday halfway through, how are they doing? And then the Saturday message is inviting them basically to that next 21 day, taking that next step, using the momentum you've created, connecting and telling them more about what that's going to be. And then I love this. This is what Megan does that's really successful is I want to open it to you first before I post publicly on my page. So you also have to watch the timing on that, which I haven't been consistent enough to do. But there's definitely, and then notice it ends with the question. Hold on, I need to, notice it ends with that question. Does this sound like something you could benefit from? Ending with that question is really important. So using those snippets has really helped me for those kinds of situations. It's really important when you're doing 5 days that you guys know this, but that you're liking and you're commenting on all of their stuff, and then you are connecting with them in a personal message at least 3 times. One of them doing a voice message is always great too. So if you can master the snippets, it's awesome. And then if you can just send a voice message, that's awesome too. I may be close to done. Welcome, let's see. Yep. Yeah, actually, I know it was all out of order, but that is pretty much everything I have as far as the resources to share with you guys on, getting challengers set up, coaches set up, and all the resources that are at your fingertips. I'm sure you guys have questions, so just hop on and ask it, and I'll do my best. It's a lot of information.
Thanks, Kris. It was like a ton, and it's good to see a refresher of where everything is located, because I think I don't remember where a lot of that was at one point or another, because I know I've seen it, but not sure where it was. you kind of answered this then after you showed us. I need to get that stuff from Raina Odell again and put that someplace, because my biggest thing is I feel like I keep having people ask like for help, but that transition of them asking and they have specific questions for me, like transitioning it back to getting information from them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think just even seeing some of what you showed of Raina's helps, because it just, I struggle with that because I feel like they're interrogating me instead of me, leading the conversation since they started it.
Right. And I think that you've already touched on it. It's like, yeah, you're going to answer their questions, but then figure out what else is it that you want them to know or that you need to know from them, and just making sure you get another question. Like, did I answer all of your questions? Even that is just ending with a question. Did I answer all of your questions? Does this sound like something you could benefit from? Was I clear, on how this could help you? Or, just somehow ending it with that question mark.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure that out, and I've been ending with some kind of question. I just don't know that I feel like it flows, or it is really, I don't want to say disingenuous, but it is kind of like I'm trying to figure out a way to ask some of those questions so that it ends with a question. Mm-hmm. Because so I've got one gal I'm talking to in particular who she's already lost 100 pounds, has had to have skin remove surgery and done all this, but now she's looking for the accountability component, but doesn't really want to do a challenge pack, but she wants to do the Beachbody workouts. And so it's the more I ask her questions, the more she's getting very specific, because she knows what she wants, but she doesn't want to fit into what I want her to fit into. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I think we need to think about serving before we think about ourselves. So, really ask yourself that question, can I just give her what she needs? And maybe that's Beachbody On Demand, and it's not a challenge pack. It's not to serve me hitting my goals, but it's to serve her needs. So of course, asking enough questions to make sure that is the case, but I think that that's where we have to really look at our intentions and our motives to make sure that we are serving them, which can be hard, especially if we're not at our goal specifically. But if you believe in Shakeology's nutrition and they don't have allergies to it, it is trying to guide that conversation to that, because we know that there's it's unparalleled as far as the nutrition goes. And the energy, just finding how is it that it can fit in her life? Is it because she's busy? Is it a grab and go? Is it she needs the energy? Is it she needs the protein? Is it she needs the superfoods? Is it she needs weight loss? There are so many different ways that it can fit into their life, more than its requirement for our challenge, which is sometimes where we're it's a requirement for our challenge. Just try it. Trust me, but I think it's just where are you leading with? And so it's asking the question that you need to get that answer from, what, is there any meal that you struggle with? Is it, you don't have time for lunch? Great. You can shake this up as a teacher at work, or you can blend it in 5 minutes and take it in the car on the go on the way to work, or you can use it post workout to really help with muscle recovery and weight loss. Are there days where you're in a conference and all you see is bagels and cookies and you can't get any nutrition? Well, are you going to Vegas? Do you travel a lot? You just need to get, I guess, yeah, just trying to guide to figure out, asking the questions to really see where she can use it.
Yeah, thanks. That's helpful. I mean, it is just one of those, we've been talking for quite some time actually. And, it's just, you can just tell she's I know what I'm doing. I know how to do this. She just wants the accountability. And so I told her that, if she wanted to do Beachbody On Demand, she could do the 30-day group I have coming up or whatever. But then she just kind of backs out because, I don't know, she's just funny. She doesn't want to commit, but she wants the commitment, she thinks. So anyway, but that's good.
Last thing I would say is just feel free to share a sample conversation. Copy and paste some of that conversation and post it in our coach page, and just say, anybody have any thoughts on how I can help shift this conversation or help set her up for success? We can help talk each other through conversations. I encourage you guys to do that. How do you guys feel about like inviting to the coaching opportunity? Do you feel like you have enough resources? Do you feel like confident in getting somebody started right, that you feel like that's a step that you can start taking as far as like the what is coaching event, then the coach welcome form, getting them into Balance Bound and Team Phoenix, getting them into Team Phoenix University, showing them where the resources are? Like, do you guys feel confident in that? Is there any holes that you have or questions?
Kris, I have a question. When it comes to TPU, how exactly, because I feel like for someone to do TPU, you have to be like really fired up about it. I have some coaches who want to be coaches and they're excited about getting started, but they don't want to do that. Is that an option? Or, I mean, I've encouraged them to do it, but most of the time they'll just not.
Right. So everything's an option. This business is your business. It's their business. Everything is 100% optional. If they want to be, is dinner ready? Okay. If they want to be a successful coach, they're going to do what you guide them to do. The truth is it's going to be a lot harder, and most likely they'll quit if they don't get through training, because they're going to feel so overwhelmed. They're going to feel so lost. They're going to be trying to do their own thing. They're going to be completely unsuccessful doing it because there just is a set way of doing things, you guys, that the top coaches are leading us to do. So it's very simple, but it's not easy because a lot of people want to do it their own way. We have people sitting on our team right now that do that, and it's really hard to watch. But until they're ready to take direction, really a good coach is going to be somebody that's coachable. And that's just what it takes. So if they're not ready to go through training, they don't really want to be a coach. That's probably the reality. I've had people that I've gotten on at least three different calls with who want to coach, but they can't get through coach training. They've quit. And I've wasted hours of my time on several people that have the full potential to have successful businesses, but they can't follow direction. Anything that I've guided them to do, they don't do. And they're still lost.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just going to say that I know I spent the first little bit kind of half-assing my way through some stuff and not really sure what to do. And then, I think I did the first couple of Team Phoenix, the TPU. And then Jacqueline, I think you were like kicking ass on it, and my competitiveness came out, and I'm like, well, she's doing it and I can totally do this. So you like completely inspired me to like get my act together. And so, I mean, I don't know if it's a matter of like them seeing other people doing it, or whatever, but I mean, I feel like that's the challenge, where it's like we hear people like they want things and they want to do it, but it's like next month, July will be a better month. Or when I have more time, or when the kids aren't doing this or whatever. And as we all know, like you just have to make that decision, because there's always going to be stuff going on, right? We always have stuff. And kind of just tangentially related, I was going to say, Kris, you had introduced me to the invite to challenge pack document earlier this week. And I just want to say, as you know, it works. And I got a challenger today to sign up for a challenge pack. So I was like, okay, I'm not completely like not cut out for this. So, I mean, I just continue to do that. And I feel like I've been really working hard this month and not seeing a ton of results. And so that was really helpful for me to see, because I don't know that I would have gotten that connection had I not done that. So
great. It's great to hear that experience, Lauren, because you're absolutely right on both accounts. Yes, when we go back to the system, it's there for a reason. Use it. That's the only, like, that's all I can teach you guys, is don't reinvent the wheel, use it. And it's always great to hear that's working. And as well with the coach training, I think you're absolutely right. And I love the competitive spirit. But it's that compound effect when they talk about the big mo, when you have that momentum, when you're rolling. And that's what we have as a Balance Bound team right now, really, is that we have each other that are fired up. And I know that if you guys can continue on this energy and continue to invite people, and we can build people on our team, we can keep that momentum going with each other. And that's why, Jacqueline doesn't have her team, and Lauren doesn't have her team, and Taylor doesn't have her team right now, because we would be lost. We need each other to keep that snowball rolling. And the fact is, I can only get a certain number of coaches each month that I can invite to our team. And if we can each bring in 2 or 3 coaches a month to our team, the more likely we're going to find somebody that's going to want to run with the other person. So Taylor might get one coach, and it might connect with Jacqueline's coach at that same time, and they might fire each other up in that training group. And that's why we're doing with Team Phoenix University. We've got like 5 leaders that are inviting coaches in there in hopes that that'll happen. Whereas doing it on our own right now, we don't have enough to fire each other up. But the goal is that if we put them in there, that's the idea, is that we can keep other excitement of the new coaches, because it is like 1 in 10 just being in that Team Phoenix University full time. It is like 1 in 10 coaches. And I've had 3 in the last 2 months that have gone in, boom, gung ho, ready, and haven't finished. So it's just when they want it. And unfortunately you can't give that to anybody. And that's why everything that we do with Miracle Morning and everything that we hear in our personal development, Go for No, it's a numbers game when it comes down to that. And it was a great reminder for me today, especially going into our What is Coaching event, is that it is on average 1 in 25 that you're going to find that want to do this like you want to do it. So if you're not inviting 25 people, you're not going to find that one. So that's why I really encourage you guys to kind of go back to that basics of write down your 50 to 100 of people that you think would love this as a business, would love this community, would love this opportunity. Get them on a sheet of paper. And the faster you can just invite them, the faster you can share it, the more likely you can snowball and find the right person. And it really only takes like 3 to 5 people to build a substantial business. It really does. But if you're not inviting, like they say, those 250 people to find those 25 or find those 10, and then find that, those few that are actually going to be given and that are going to be here in a year, just the sooner you can get to those people, the sooner you can just let go of yourself and just ask them, the sooner you're going to find them and start to build your tribe. And it was just a good reminder for me to hear that. It was like the last chapter of Miracle Morning today. And so I'm going to push myself to invite at least 10 people to our event on Thursday, and if you guys can each get like 2 or 3 people, then we've got, 15 people or 20 people that we're talking to. That's why we do it together as a team. So you're not hosting your own event with like 1 or 2 people and you're hoping they show up. And then it's like, well, does anybody really want to do this? I don't want to do this. Nobody's here to want to do this. But if we can connect with each other and fuel each other, our team is going to continue to grow. Does that make sense? We're at the last minute. If you guys have any questions, any last questions about the topic? I would love to set up a call for the 3 of us for Summit, and maybe it's just a matter of doing it as our team call next Monday, kind of a getting ready for Summit. You guys can ask me questions. We can talk about the girly stuff of packing and what do we need and all that good stuff, and kind of what our agenda might look like in and around the events, outside the events. So maybe we'll just plan team call for next Monday. Does that work for all you guys? Okay, we'll make that as a plan. All right. Awesome. Thanks, you guys, and for your patience for the long call. All right. Good night.